Hey there folks, Will here over at FXAUS.com. First of all, welcome to the video. So it's Tuesday the 16th of January 2018. I'm a bit late this week with my trading forecast. I've just been travelling the past couple of weeks there. Or sorry, the past couple of days, couple of weeks. I've been travelling for the past few years, more like it. So the past couple of days I've just been travelling, so I haven't been able to post. And I'll be doing more videos daily coming into February. Okay, so let's get into this week's analysis. So we've got the swing trader profile loaded here. We've had some big moves last week on the EURUSD, British Pound USD. Some of the moves that we talked about last week. The EURUSD, we're going to start off with breaking above the 121 area. We're at 122 now, and a very bullish outlook here. Looking at the EURUSD, talked about this area up here and this pocket area here that it's coming into now at the 120, 123, 124 area is where we're kind of looking the euro to go here. Weekly up, we've been bullish ever since this bullish arrow here. So it's coming into this area now. Just we want to look for slowing of momentum coming into the area at the 123, 124. Really this big zone here, even all the way back up to 129, but the minute 124 is a key area. Slowing of momentum, you can see, not really. Daily candles very bullish. Maybe get a bit of a retracement here down to 121. Down to the breakout zone this week, so we could possibly get a swift drop here, a breakout point, and then a rally back at the breakout point back up. So let's look at the so you can see kind of slowing of momentum here coming into the 4-hour charts, coming up, slowing, candles starting to slow down. Look at the 1-hour chart. So there's a clear slowing of momentum. Distribution. See, candles getting smaller and smaller. Bullish candles smaller here, slowing momentum, and there we have the pop there just a few minutes ago. On the EURUSD, pop down nicely. Where is it likely to go here? As I said, you can more or less look at it here, the 121 area. And if we do a fib retracement on that move up in the 4-hour chart, you can see it's exactly around the 50%, around about the 50% fib line. So we could see a move down to here, 121, and then a rally back up, heading north towards the weekly targets of 124 all the way up to 126. So watch this closely. If that fails to happen, what we would really want is, if we're going back down, is a close back in below 121. Strong, very quick close back in below it, and a continuation back down. But again, 121 is be a target for me to buy back in on the EURUSD. EURJPY, again, similar story, very bullish. But again, we've talked about this area up here, 137 that it hit last week. And we'll just zoom out to the you can see on the monthly charts we've had a very bullish run here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nearly a year now on the monthly charts, the EURJPY. So it's been rallying up into this area here at 137, you can see it here. 140, 135 to 140 area. This is a monthly zone, but you can see the candles are starting to slow down. It's getting smaller. We'll just zoom into the weekly. Let's see, getting smaller and smaller. The bullish legs up are getting smaller. You can see here just 3. Not really much of a bullish, and the more bears are coming in. getting divergence on the weekly here. Again, I'm liking this. This is good for a wee short this year. The first 6 months of the year. Once it starts to fall, I'm liking the EURJPY to come down this way. As this here area is very strong, and we're getting the slowing of momentum coming into the level. You can see we've had a huge period of sideways movement here, distribution. So once really this, again, we've talked about this area before, the 131.500 area. Once really that there's cleanly broken, expect a big drop down round about, could all the way down to the 123, 124 area down here. So until that's broken, we're just in a sideways, really in a sideways market here. You can see we broke up above this area here, 134.500, but quickly reversed back in. So this, and then back up last week. So this could be just a we moved back up to drop her back down. So I'm looking for the short on this EURJPY this year. As I can only do the again Euro British Pound. We've got the CPI and the British Pound today, and again we're just in this range here. We're just going to the top of the range and we're falling all the way back down. I've been playing that for a while now. British Pound, USD. Okay, I've got a monthly area here. This here is at where it is now. Is really was the breakout area here from last year on the Brit exit up here, which caused this new all-time low in the British Pound USD, going from the data we have in the charts. We're coming closely up into this area here that caused this move down. Okay, we had this swing low, then we had the swing high. This swing high caused this. This was really the Brit exit, but this swing high caused this here new low here. So this is a kind of key area here, 145, 146 on the monthly. So we'll see what happens here at this 138 area, 140 area. And we'll zoom into the weekly, see if there's any areas in an area. Again, slowly climbing, slowly climbing up towards this 142. Yeah, this pre-Brit exit area. So what we could see is a move, a quick pop up into this area, and then a move back down on the British Pound USD. See a quick test of this zone here, and then a move back down. But time will tell on that. That's in the long term. Short term this week, we've got the CPI today. Now, what I'm likely to see here is really a retracement back down. Back down towards 136, and then if it's going to go higher, quick retracement back down to the 136.500 area, and then a pop back up towards the 140. That's in the short term, and that really depends on the CPI today. But looking at the price action here, this breakout zone here will be a nice target to get back in on this British Pound USD or a day trade to the short side. But again, we want to stay with the prevailing trend, and that area is around the 50% fib line and 61% fib line, so this would be a good area to get back in on the British Pound USD and really play her up towards the 140 area. See how we go today. British Pound, Japanese Yen, again we're just in this sideways market here between 153 and 150 really over the past couple of months. So again, unless something happens here to break out of its 153 area, we are at the Brit exit zone here on the British pound on the monthly. You can see look at the monthly here. This was the Brit exit move last year, down to towards, came down and didn't really create any new lows in this, but came down, touched this all-time lows here. British pound, Japanese yen. Yeah, here in the data, into this area here, and it's bounced back up. And it's coming in towards this 154 area here now, so it'll be good to watch to see what happens here. What we could see, similar story is you can see the slowing of momentum into this area here from the pre-Brit exit. Candles are getting smaller and smaller coming into it. We could see we rally back in and then a pop back down. So time will tell on it. And you can really see in the weekly, candles are very, very, very small, and it's just really in a sideways movement on the daily. So unless it breaks 153,500, then we're just looking to play this range all the way down to 147. And Aussie USD, again, we've got this very, very bullish signal on the monthly, so we do. We've talked about this before. Talked about it coming into the 180-81 area. Really, see how bullish this is here. We're just sideways at the minute. It's formed somewhat of a bottom on the monthly. See, after hitting this, nearly hitting this zone down here, formed somewhat of a bottom. So really a good break above 81,500 in the long term. We could see a really, really bullish run in the Aussie USD this year. If it breaks, it's about 200 pips off it. Break above that, we could see a move all the way up to the 92, 93 area on the monthly here this year. Possibly this wee move, this wee area in here at the 87,500 area. That's if it breaks above 81,500. Short term, again, you can see what I'm looking at here. This is actually the area that I'm looking at here. It's coming into playing into it now. On the weekly, the 80 area, we talked about that coming into that the other week. It's nice and high in it. I do expect a bit of a retracement here. Getting a lot of, look at the 4-hour chart, we're getting a lot of bearish divergence. Here we're still getting strong signals that go up. Trend hasn't broken yet, but we're getting a lot of signals here. It's getting ready for a sell here in the short term on the Aussie dollar. If it doesn't close above the 81,500 area, we'll just stay in this range and we can play it all the way back down to, from 80, 81, all the way back down to the 74 area down here, which would be a nice long-term move. Short term too, get ready for a sell on the short term. Let's look at the USD CAD again. Short this market. We had a quick pop-up last week on the daily. We had a monthly arrow last week, so I'm really liking this to start picking up steam here this year and heading down towards the 108, 109 area. as I can see this starting to form a downtrend here, creating lower lows and lower highs. See here, this was your uptrend, the trend line was broken here, came back up, and it's heading back down south here. So once this starts picking up steam, really taking out, it has to take out these lows here at 117. But a good drop here, and we're heading down for a very, very bearish here in the USD CAD. Alternatively, if it doesn't pan out, these levels hold here. It's 118. Yeah, 119. Sorry, at 119 holds, and we can see just a move back up. Looking at the monthly. Yeah, but I'm definitely bearish. Looking to sell this market. Any chance to get? We actually got a signal there, sell signal last week. You can see here after this pop up, we got the sell signal back with the monthly index. Nice trade down there from 125. That would be a lovely swing trade for a nice 100 pips last week. And just to hold this market. Again here Friday. Lots of sell signals going with the higher time frame trends. USD Japanese yen, again similar story. We've talked about this, heading back down towards the 108, 109 area. It's finally broken down. Lots of sell signals in the weekly, daily. Last week, very bearish week, and expect to move all the way back down to the 108 area. So nothing's really changed in the outlook of it. Once it gets down there, unless this holds, just play it back up towards the 112, 113, 114 area. Okay guys, so that's it for this week on the weekly forecast, what I'm looking at this week in the markets. We'll see what happens today on the British pound and CPI. Euro again, I'm liking to move down towards the 121 area, and then I pop back up into 124, 126. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. If you want to access the Swing Trader profile or the Day Trader X profile, just simply click the link below. If you have any questions, get in contact with me at will@thefxace.com, and I'll happily help. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to leave your comments below, and I'll see you next week for another weekly forecast.